Rev up your engines. Here's a 2022 Subaru Legacy. The guy bought it brand new. As the bell tolls, he paid 28 grand for it. Consider the average new car these days is $48,400. Good price for a new car, right? They wanted 2.5 grand or so for a 100,000 mile, 7-year warranty. He said that's too much. He ended up getting it for 1,500 bucks. So he doesn't have to worry about it. He's got a bumper to bumper warranty for 100,000 miles or 7 years. Now it's got 180 something horsepower, so they've upgraded it. This is not a turbo. He did not want a turbo. He wanted a naturally aspirated because one, he doesn't like turbo lag, but two, he doesn't like a car that wears out. He's like me. He wants to be driving this thing 20, 30 years from now. You go with a 4-cylinder boxer engine, naturally aspirated, you can get a lot of mileage out of it. Of course, in the past, Subarus had problems with their head gaskets. That was decades ago. They fixed all that. The 4s don't have that problem. And 180 horsepower is plenty enough for a car this size. It does have a CVT transmission. It's not one of those crappy Jatco transmissions. He loves the electric power steering. He's tried other cars. Didn't feel natural. He says this is the most natural one he's ever found. He likes the way it's driving. He says he also likes the adaptive cruise control. When you're going and you get close to somebody, it automatically slows down. And if you pull to the other lane, it'll speed up if nobody's in the way. They've really come a long way. They're not self-driving, no. It's great for adaptive cruise control because you don't have to sit there and keep pushing the button and waiting a little and pushing. It does it automatically. Now, when we'll go inside, he says he loves these comfortable seats. They look comfortable. Let's sit in them. They certainly are. His last car was a Honda Accord. He says these things are 10 times more comfortable than Honda Accord was. And one thing that he really likes about it is the dash. It's integrated. It's not like those horrendous ones that Toyota and other companies use that look like somebody got an iPad and glued it on and the top sticks up and is in your way. The only downside he sees to this is that sometimes it freezes up and it might take 10 or 15 seconds to activate itself. He said it might only happen 2 or 3 times a month, but he admits the quality of the screen in the Toyotas is a little bit higher quality. But then again, this looks better. It fits in better. And so what if you gotta wait 10 seconds or something to have it, you know? That's one complaint that he has about the car. In a CVT, you don't shift anything, but if you want, it does the fake shifting like everything else. You can have manual, and then you can upshift with the toggles on the left and the right. You can play with that if you want. It has fake gear shifting. Of course, it doesn't actually shift. He's the original owner. He drives a lot, so he's already put on 21,000 miles. Got the safety system, the SOS system. He paid extra for that. But the special system, he paid up front. He paid 700 bucks. That's for 7 years, so it's 100 bucks a year. As we started up here, you can see he's got the Subaru Starlink, which has all the safety devices on it. It's got heated seats. It's got an awful lot for the money that you're paying for the car. Now it's got cool LED headlamps that follow around while you're cornering. And he did a special thing that he paid extra for. Special coating put on the front, the hood, even the headlights, so it won't chip. It's a paint protection film that he got at a third party. He doesn't want it to look bad, and hey, it's definitely shiny. He's got 17-inch wheels, which look perfectly fine on this. And there's a reason he didn't opt for the 18-inch tires. Because he lives in Jersey, where there's holes in the road. Rims can have problems breaking. Realize, if you do go for bigger tires, you can have more problems. And he loves this car because of the way it rides. You don't want to put bigger tires on if you want a nice, smooth ride. It does the exact opposite. Just like people putting those super low profile tires. They corner, but boy, they ride like crap. See under the hood, if you ever do have to do any work, there's a lot of work in there. It's perfectly fine. Change your own oil, there's a filter. Everything is pretty easy to get to. Now it does have adaptive braking, so if it thinks something's in the way, it doesn't slam the brakes on. It pulsates the brakes. And he said the system isn't perfect because he was taking a corner and there was a parked car, and this car thought that car was stopped on the road. It wasn't. It was parked on the side. And it started vibrating, but it didn't slam the brakes on and cause somebody to rear end him. It just gave him a warning, and then he saw it and drove through. He knew what was going on. On the other hand, I had a customer in Houston who had a Jeep, and when it went under an overpass, it saw the shadow. Thought the shadow was a truck or something, and it stopped the vehicle entirely quickly, and he got rear-ended because he's trying to step on the gas and the Jeep would not let him go through the shadow. It stopped the Jeep and he was rear-ended, and he had a lot of damage done to his Jeep because the system didn't work correctly. This system isn't like that. It's a better system. None of them are perfect. They're going to always have little glitches here and there, but it gives you vibration and it's warning. And if you think about it, that's not too bad because it gave him a warning. Then he looked and saw there was the car there and he realized it wasn't his path. He did get the windshield cracked and he had an insurance coverage for it because it's such a new car. These have all those sensors on them, and what's nice about this is it's got a heater here too, so you don't have to worry about your wipers freezing on. They can melt with the nice electric heater that's built in. The side mirrors are also heated, but going back to the windshield, he had that done and he found that the aftermarket one's actually better than the factory one. He really feels that it's a harder one. He's not getting any chips or cracks. But realize he had professionals do it because they do have to reprogram the whole thing because all the sensors are built into the windshield. So you want to make sure that's done right. He used Safe Flight Auto, but his advice was don't have them come to your house because he's seen people come to the house, did research, had friends, and a lot of times things will get broken at your house. He took it to Safe Flight where the real pro installers are, and he had it done and he had no problems at all. And I see that a lot. Just because it sounds convenient that they're going to come to your home or office, let's face the facts. Say it's Jersey in the winter. It's freezing cold outside. They're going to be in a big hurry to get the job done. You take it to the store, they pull it in a garage where it's heated. In the summer, it's air conditioned. They'll do the job right. Don't have them come to your house. Take it to where their shop is, and you'll get a better job done. Now, like I say, he loves the seats. He said they're super comfortable. And you can see the back. They're comfy too. Not quite as snazzy, but got some nice power drop-offs here. And heating and air conditioning vents blowing at you. Nice armrest, you can put it up. These are assembled in the United States and they're honest. It even says made in the USA. But of course, it's made with Japanese parts. If you're ever curious, you can just go by the VIN number. VIN number starts with a 4. Number 4 means it was put together in the United States. But the engine, transmission, they're all designed and made in Japan. They just ship them over here, then they put them together. The fit and finish is good. It's even. It's not like a Tesla where there's different size gaps. It's all even, the same size. It's got that automatic shutdown. He hates it, so all you gotta do when you start the car, push it, and away you go. Just realize 96% of the wear of your car occurs on startups. Do you want to keep stopping and starting your car? Batteries wear out, starters wear out, engine bearings wear out, everything wears out. Turn those stupid things off. They'll just make your car wear out faster. Now, if it's a rental car and you want to get better gas mileage, go ahead. You don't own it. But if it's your car, turn it off. Backup camera, good color, good presentation. A lot better than the one I just shot in a Nissan Altima where it was about the size of this little square down here. You can barely see. So here we come to our massive intersection here. We'll wait till everyone's gone. And we'll see what this 180-something horsepower is going to do. And here we go. Give it some gas and it's got plenty of acceleration. It's not rocketing, but that's a CVT transmission for you. If it would have been like a 5 or 6 speed automatic, it'd be a lot zippier, but it gets you where you're going and it makes a lot better gas mileage. I'm impressed. It didn't really have lag at all. They got it set up pretty good. It's got a lot more acceleration that way. Those of you really into safety, there's your readout for your tire pressure. You can see it exactly. It's not just some dumb warning light that flashes TPMS. It's giving you the actual pressure, which is much better, and you can easily see it without having to get out of the car and wonder, gee, I wonder which one of these is bad, because it doesn't tell you on most cars. It's got Wi-Fi, so when he gets home, if he needs any kind of updates on the car, he gets free updates on the car right there. There's a Google Maps. Not only is it here, it'll also show you where to turn in front of you, so you don't even have to look to the side. You're looking front. Now that's a pretty smart idea. Now it's got blind spot monitoring here, and it even has backing up if something's in the way. Check it out, it's warning you that things are in the way. That's cool. Here he comes. And people won't get mad at you because it's got auto high beam. You're going and people are coming, it dims it down, so you're not going to blind people if you forget. For that kind of money, 28 grand to get all those features that work, good gas mileage. Just remember though, get the non-turbo. It'll last the longest, and if you want to have more speed, put it in manual and shift it with little paddle shifters yourself. Got plenty of get up and go. 180 some horsepower. You can have fun, but it's a smooth ride, comfy seats. Hey, for that kind of money, they're putting up a pretty good fight against Toyota and Honda, if you ask me. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, Remember to ring that bell.